Welcome back to another episode of Plant-Based Dads. I'm Joey. So we are outside in my patio, and I've never filmed outside before. We're about to install some lights on the pergola we built. If you haven't seen that video yet, there's a link right here. It's the Artistry 12 by 14 all wood pergola we purchased at Costco, and we're going to install these kind of these string lights from Costco that we got also. They were like $49, and you get about 48 feet of lights in this string light kit. So we're going to unbox it, see what's inside, and get started installing them. Alright, first let's open up the box and see what we have here. Alright, first there's some instructions, guides for putting all this together. Looks like it's one big piece of paper, right? And looks like it comes in all the different languages. Should be simple enough to install. After that, we've got some information they put in after they put this all together. So screw bulbs in tightly, plug and set. If any bulbs are not light, tighten it further. Seems simple enough. Then it looks to me like this is probably the light bulbs for the whole set. Looks like there's some more paperwork here. And then at the very bottom we have the actual string part of the light. So let's get that out of there and see what that's all about. Alright guys, you can see here that they're just in one big string, and I wanted to show you this, how each one of the lights, where the lights hang, right? Each one of these has a nail hole thing there, so you can nail it right through without having to put, like, you know, clamps on or staple. So it just kind of nails to the structure, which is what we're going to be doing. And then it would just hang down. So let's come up with the plan and get these installed. Alright guys, so what I've done is I've looked at the directions to see from the beginning of the wire, right, to this point, how much space there is. The whole line is 48 feet. From the very tip of this to the very tip of where you plug it in is 48 feet. Then there's about 27 inches of space that goes from the wire beginnings to the first light on either side. It comes out to about 27 inches. So I've measured where the very first bulb starts to where the very last bulb starts. So I can figure out where my lights are going to stop and start, not just where the length of the cord is, because that doesn't really help me. And I know that between the very first light and the very last light, the distance is about 45 feet. So I'm going to start my first light where that mark is, and I'll know that I'll end at just about 45 feet on the other side, just so I know where my lights are going to start and end. So I'm not, you know, overlapping or ending in a spot where there's a gap where I'm going to see the gap right where I look out my window, right? I want the bulk of the lights to be from the one side of the door around and end on the other side of the door if possible, and that's what's going to happen here, all right? So let's get started installing these and see what happens. Alright guys, and you can see here that the patio light project is all complete. And let's get a closer look in here. All the lights are on, they're on a dimmer switch. Actually, you can see the ceiling fan there also. We installed a outlet right up here. Alright, and then the lights just kind of plug in there. And then it just went around the whole pergola here, right? All the way around. And then the very last light wound up being right next to that box. So it just worked out where it was a complete circle around that whole structure, which is great. As far as controlling that outlet,
there was an exterior light fixture here that I took off and then capped it off and ran this electrical conduit up and then around, right, over into that outlet that's under the inside of the roof up there, and the lights just plug in. And I can also plug in some other stuff there. Alright guys, what do you think? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And thanks so much for watching. Take care.